Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are stepping right into the virtual showroom of tomorrow for an exclusive masterclass on the Vloris Motors concept. You know, as someone who spends a lot of time analyzing 3D modeling and digital design, I can tell you we're dissecting a hypercar that isn't just gently competing in the current market. Now, it is actively tearing up the entire legacy automotive rulebook.
We're analyzing this specific blueprint today because of this incredibly ambitious mission statement, where luxury meets its speeds. And here's the wild part. This comes directly from a 15-year-old CEO named Anish Ray. Yeah, you heard that right, 15. We're going to break down exactly what makes his digital-first design so revolutionary and how it vividly reimagines the entire future of driving.
All right, let's take a quick look at our masterclass syllabus for today. We're going to cover the Gen Z visionary himself, then dive into the bullet-shaped exterior, explore the sci-fi cabin luxury, check out the G-Force cockpit seating, and finally, look at driving with your mind. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, the Gen Z visionary and how we are building the future in virtual space.
To really wrap our heads around Vloris Motors, we absolutely have to look at Anish Ray's ridiculously rapid trajectory. Think about it. At just age 12, he was skipping homework to sketch out raw automotive designs. Now at 15, he has completely bypassed the old-school, slow process of traditional clay prototyping. Coming from a graphics and video background, I am genuinely blown away because he isn't just rendering static photos, he's actively building hyper-realistic 3D animated models in Unreal Engine and Blender. By animating these fluid aerodynamics in a digital-first environment, he visualizes incredibly complex ideas instantly and accurately. And looking ahead to ages 18 to 20, his ultimate goal is to finalize the ultimate futuristic motor. Moving on to Section 2, the bullet-shape exterior, where we're completely redefining aerodynamics and physics.
So, imagine walking up to a hypercar that takes its direct inspiration from the ultra-smooth airflow of Japanese Shinkansen bullet trains. It's brilliant. Anish calls this pure kinetic efficiency. You see, practically no existing hypercar out there uses a pure bullet shape, but by doing exactly that, the Vloris design naturally splits the air. This smooths out the airflow and literally multiplies the acceleration. It completely bypasses the need for massive, heavy, and intensely expensive gas-guzzling engines. It's just such an elegant, geometry-first solution to a really complex mechanical problem.
Which brings us to Section 3, Sci-Fi Cabin Luxury, or as I like to call it, the spaceship aesthetic. The moment you step inside the cabin, you see this massive, stark contrast between the old guard and this completely new vision. While classic legacy brands are still heavily relying on, heavy wood, rigid leather, and totally static layouts, Vloris just abandons that 19th century drawing room vibe entirely, right? Out goes the static wood, and in comes advanced electronics that make the cabin feel alive, highly responsive, and ultra-realistic. The proprietary features here really rethink the entire passenger experience. You've got a smart key that seamlessly morphs your exterior paint color to literally match your mood. Plus, attachable shields to protect those high-end rims from street debris. And instead of staring at a tiny static GPS screen, the cabin actually surrounds you with private jet-style hanging LED land maps. He's even ripped out the traditional steering wheel and replaced it with a U-shaped cut stimulator. For a car projected to sit in the $10 to $20 million range, these dynamic, animated features are exactly what billionaires expect when flying at 40,000 feet. So why not on the ground?
Let's slide into Section 4, G-Force cockpit seating and how they're eliminating high-speed strain.
Look, taking a sharp turn in a multi-million-dollar hypercar can physically hurt if you're in stiff, rigid seats. Vloris elegantly solves this by using dynamic G-force swinging seats, directly inspired by artificial flight simulators. When this car accelerates, brakes, or pulls heavy Gs, the seat itself physically banks, tilts, and fluidly moves left or right to cradle the driver, matching that exact angle. It artificially mimics the precise tilt of an airplane, so you get to feel that incredible speed, but completely without the brutal physical strain on your body. Finally, we arrive at the wildest part. Section 5, Driving with Your Mind, the Brain-Computer Interface. This is where things get truly sci-fi. Anish isn't just building an electric car. He is deeply studying brain-computer interfaces, or BCI. And hey, this isn't science fiction anymore. This is a real, booming scientific field. The absolute endgame here is to make the vehicle a direct extension of your nervous system. That means completely eliminating the need for complex autopilot systems, physical steering wheels, or manual buttons. The process they're mapping out is completely frictionless. Step 1, you simply think of a driving command.
Step 2, the BCI instantly reads those specific brain frequencies. And Step 3, the hypercar fluidly executes the maneuver automatically. There's no reaching for a dial, no turning a wheel. You access the vehicle purely through your mind, and the execution is instantaneous. It is just mind-blowing. We are looking at a 15-year-old using dynamic 3D digital environments to clearly design and visualize bullet-shaped hypercars, fluid G-force seats, and literal mind control interfaces. It is a stunning, undeniable display of the sheer imagination and technological fluency of Generation Z.
Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on the Vloris Motors concept. The level of digital-first innovation we've seen today proves that the next generation of automotive visionaries isn't just on the way, they are already here. It proves that the true future of luxury and speed might just be, quite literally, a single thought away. But it leaves us with one massive, provocative question to chew on. Is the old guard of the automotive industry actually prepared for a future driven purely by our minds?